Behind me sits the Preston Castle. It was a reform school built in the late 19th century. Built in 1894. It was to house and rehabilitate troubled young men, boys. And it is said to have a dark history. And I am going to see if I can explore it and investigate it and hopefully communicate with some of the former residents of this castle. Now, it is, as you can see, a secured facility. It's no longer operational. It's in a lot of disrepair. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in, but we will definitely try. Let's give you guys a better look. I can tell you right now, I do feel, I've got chills all over me. This isn't like that cemetery. Like, I legit, the hairs are standing up on the back of my neck. You guys, there's definitely something present here. I feel a heaviness and uneasiness. It's very eerie. It's not even dark. And I can feel the energy is, it's just, I guess it's actually indescribable. We may not actually be able to get in, but I'm going to get as much I'll get as close as I can. A lot of investigators, paranormal investigators, have come here and investigated this castle, including Ghost Adventures, Zach Bagans. And he got special permission, obviously. I did find out that they do guided tours or self-guided tours during the daytime. But it's only like twice a month. And also you can do actual paranormal investigations. You have to make reservations, and so we'll probably have to come back for that. The grounds of this place though is massive. It's not just the castle. There's outbuildings. We passed several homes, boarded up. All of this has been abandoned, but they maintain it, and it's been preserved, well, as best they can. Apparently it's going to cost like $45 million to completely restore it.
Hey, did you just put lotion on?
One second. So I just found out there's also a large hole, square hole made by humans, that goes into the ground, and it's covered with a piece of metal. So we can assume this place has tunnels that run all over the place. As a matter of fact, you can't see it from here, but there is also another very, very large building that I haven't been over there yet, but I think it might have been like the hospital, or because at one time look how huge it is. Look at this. Look at how massive that is. By the way, see the pyramid at the very top of the tower? Look at this place. But at one time, it housed almost 1,000 youth. 800. And it shut down, I believe, in 1960.
The lotion smell is over here.
And there was also, when it was still operational, there was the head housekeeper was murdered, and to this day, her murder is unsolved officially. And that took place in the basement. Okay, we have a view of see if you can. That very, very large brick building over there. It's on the same grounds. This is like a huge complex. And I think it's noteworthy to mention that over towards that way is a prison. I'm not sure if it's still operational. I think it is, because I saw lots and lots of vehicles in the parking lot as we were driving up, and it looked pretty old also. Don't ask me why I don't know. I've often wondered why they put these places out in the middle of nowhere. Preston Castle is located in Ione, California. It is about 40 miles outside of Sacramento. You see this sign? Warning, rattlesnakes. Hey, rattlesnakes. It says warning, rattlesnakes, so be very careful where you step.
Yes, I happen.
But why would they choose locations like this out in the middle of nowhere to put these places all throughout the states and probably the world? It seems like the asylums and like hospitals, well, those probably like those tuberculosis hospitals and stuff like that. I could see why they would put that out in the middle of nowhere away from the public. But why for kids? You know, why would they put this way out, 40 miles from the city, just out in the middle of nowhere for kids? It don't seem right to me. And it just makes you question, I don't know, the integrity. I'm not even sure. I think we're okay as long as we don't tamper with, I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I'm hoping to find an opening in the fence somewhere, but I seriously doubt it. But hopefully it's okay. There's no signs I didn't see any signs anywhere that says like, no, that you can't be on the grounds and stuff. Apparently also, they have done actual quote haunted houses for the Halloween season, which I don't agree with. It seems it's like it's an insult to the former kids that were here, I really have to watch where I'm stepping. I don't want to step on a rattlesnake or come up on a rattlesnake. No, we don't want that. We are going to go around here. And I apologize if the camera gets out of focus or if oh, speaking of camera, look. You see that? See the camera up under the ledge on the under the roof? They're everywhere. Oh, look, there's another. Say hi. But we're going to walk the perimeter. The sun is starting to set. I think the time did just change early this morning. So we do have an extra hour of daylight. But the sun is definitely on its way to setting. And the plan is, whether we get in or not, the plan is to hang around at least until dusk, because I have a good feeling that we're going to capture some, maybe some apparitions, voices. I downloaded a few apps on my phone. I don't actually have, scientific equipment to investigate the paranormal. But you know what I do have? I have my what would you call it? My Phillies, my built-in sensors. And I do feel it. I noticed I didn't really feel anything over in the parking area. It wasn't until I stepped over. It wasn't until I came into this area right here up to this fence that I started feeling. I feel it really strong. It almost makes me, it almost makes me feel emotional. I can't imagine what it was like for kids. You know, I'd say some of them probably were as young as 8 years old. It would not surprise me at all. I can't imagine being a child and being sent here, being taken away from your family. We all know that places like this, usually there was a lot of mistreatment, to say the least, of the residents. Kind of like in those asylums, you know, a lot of abuse. But you know, just the feeling that I'm getting, like I feel, it almost feels like despair. And sadness. I'm actually going to try to communicate with them. Let them know that they're not forgotten. I don't know any of the names of these boys, or the head housekeeper that was murdered. And I have my own speculations about that, by the way. Like, she was found in the basement, and I didn't get as far as how she had been murdered, but just that it is officially unsolved to this day. My speculation is that, as in most of these places throughout the country and rest of the world, as you know, all the stories of the abuse that took place, my speculation is that she probably seen something that she was not supposed to see. But that's just speculation. By the way, if you see anything, and I'm going to review this, obviously, I'm going to review the footage, you know, and roll it back and everything. If you see something, let me know. Tell me in the comments. Would you guys come to a place like this? I'm not sure what we're looking at right now. Well, I still think that probably was a hospital. Who knows? Oh, from this view you can see look at that. Look at you see the tower? The guard tower? I mean, these were kids.
This is on fire.
Okay, so something very interesting over here. I was just informed that the ground is on fire over here. Let's see what we're looking at. Oh, okay. I guess they cut down a tree and burned the stump, and it's just still kind of smoldering a little. I'm guessing this was one of the a staff members' living facilities, I guess. I was also just informed that there are enclosures, that there are cages in a parking lot that's this way, somewhere that way. And so we will maybe kind of get a peek of those. Yeah, I think this is a good time for a break. Kind of gather myself and figure out what we are going to do, what the next move is. We're going to be here for a little while, and already this has hit my emotions. So I'm going to take a little break and smoke a little herb. So we'll be right back. The sun is definitely setting. It won't be long before darkness sets in. And I'd say that's probably when it really starts. You know, the activity starts acting up or whatever. I feel like that there's definitely eyes watching, or something watching, whether that be besides the cameras. I don't know. I don't know if they are live monitored, but I definitely feel like I'm being watched. So far, and there's been a lot of vehicles come up in here. But I think it's probably just curious people, curious people just driving up in here to see what this is all about. Man, I really want to get in there. I really, really, really want to get into that castle. If it doesn't happen tonight, then I will absolutely be back. And I will just have to set up, make arrangements for a nighttime investigation. I did find out that they do allow investigations inside, but you have to make reservations to do it and pay a fee which goes towards the restoration of this place. I don't know if if they have a vision to restore it and make it into a museum to keep the history and the memories alive. I'm not sure. Whew, man, I tell you, I really feel there's 1,000% a presence here. I've been in a lot of places that supposedly were haunted, reported haunted, and not feel a thing. And just standing on the grounds, like, I feel it. I absolutely feel a different energy, it definitely feels like there, you know, a presence, at least, you know, probably multiple besides us humans. And since I am Girl Savage, I am going to see if I can find a way in. I don't want to disrespect the property, you know, the building, the residual energy or spirits that are here. You know, I just want to explore and investigate and hopefully communicate. So that I can share it with you guys. See, there's some more cameras in the building. They're actually everywhere. I'm hoping that if I find a way in, but I don't know. The place looks pretty secure. I seriously doubt I could find a way in. And I don't normally go in places that like this that are supposed to be off limits. But I don't know. I just drove a long way. Came a long way. And I really want to go in and see for myself and show you guys. And also communicate. But I mean no harm whatsoever. Like, my intentions and my heart is pure. Who knows, this might be the start of something that I've always had thoughts and the desire to full out investigate the paranormal. Who knows? Who knows where this might lead to? I'm not sure what. I'm thinking that it's not going to. I mean, look at the barbed wire and cameras everywhere. I'm sure that fence is probably very secured all the way around. But if I were to find a way in, you know, without permission, hopefully, if caught, it's just a fine. But we'll see. So I don't know if this is anything. I have no idea. But I don't know. What is with that huge mound of dirt and a sign that reads something over it? What do you guys think? It almost looks like something has been buried. But surely not, right? Surely not. The sign is pretty faded, or that plaque, whatever it is, it's pretty faded. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it out. Let's see.